Everyone is judgmental subconsciously. If you don't believe you're judgmental subconsciously, you're either lying to yourself or you're a fucking idiot, blood. I don't know what's worse, fam. But this video is basically off the back of that video that I made where I'm talking about everyone wants to be judged subconsciously. Everyone wants to be judged subconsciously in a positive light, not in a negative light. So for example, no one wants to tell anyone about their L's, innit? No one wants to tell anyone about their financial struggle. But people are going to tell people about the house they bought or the Rolex watch they got. They're going to show the world that they're wearing Moncler, Balmain, Balenciaga, or Gucci and that. See these people that wear all these branded clothes and that. They want to be judged, blood. Think about it. Do you think they truly wear these clothes? Do you think they truly waste and spend up their money and get into debt over these things because the material fits well? It lasts long. It's of good quality and that. Really? These same branded clothes that these people are a slave to. Do you think if they had the exact same jacket, but it had no branding on it, no signage, no livery, you wouldn't even know it was a Gucci or a Moncler jacket? You think that same jacket, you think that pussy would still buy and wear that jacket? Come on, fam. You know they wouldn't, blood. Don't believe these, quality and that. Them same... I mean, I'm sure we can all agree, apart from maybe some of them Balenciagas that are them, you know, them kind of slip-on things. They come in like socks and that. I mean, I don't like the way they look, but what I'm saying is some people can like the way they look. That's fine. But the rest of them Balenciagas, them things there that are all multicolored and look like some, you know, like them people there that have got something wrong with their foot and they wear them things there. They look like Skechers and that. Them same Balenciagas. If it didn't say Balenciaga and it said Skechers, do you think these same people that are wearing these dead, ugly looking trainers, do you think they would wear them trainers? You think they'll buy them trainers? You think they'll waste them on them trainers there? So everyone wants to be judged. The problem is they want to be judged positively. They don't never want to be judged negatively. Obviously, natural human behavior, isn't it? But when people talk about, I don't want to be judged and that, blood, you do want to be judged. Think these people are driving a Mercedes. Think these people are driving a fucking BMW M6, blood, because it's a reliable car. Why would you not? If you truly wanted a reliable car, and think about it this way, human beings, we like the path of least resistance and we like to be cheap or we like to save money. If you truly cared about a car just being reliable, why would you not buy a Toyota or a Honda Civic, blood? Some people will hear that and think, no, there's people out here, they like to spend money. They don't mind spending money. Bullshit, blood. These same people that are driving these brand new Mercedes, brand new BMWs and that, Audi Q7 and that, blood, these are the same people. They're watching the fuel gauge, blood. They're going the quickest route home. Because they don't even sit in their car and idle. Money's tight, blood. So everyone does want to be judged. The problem is people want to be judged in a positive light only, blood. Anyway, everyone is judgmental subconsciously. Like I said, if you believe you're not judgmental subconsciously, you're either lying to yourself or you're an idiot, blood. The reason why you're alive today is because you use your judgment. And your judgment serves you well for the most part. Except when obviously people are going into financial debt. But your judgment, do you know what? Your judgment keeps you alive, blood. If everyone approached life with this mindset of, I don't judge people. Because some people say, I don't judge people. You do judge people, blood. You're lying to yourself. You do judge people, blood. If you don't judge people, why would you not feel safe to walk down that alleyway with them 10 hooded guys? Not saying that, they're just hanging around. They're not doing nothing. They got their hoods up, 10 of them in the alleyway. You looked at them and you realized, you know what, yeah? This could be a dangerous situation and that. You judged them, blood. We are trained as youths. We're trained as children. Don't talk to strangers. If a man calls you over to his car, run away, scream. You're being judgmental. That's why you wouldn't accept a lift from a stranger. Because you're judgmental, blood. You looked at that stranger and you thought to yourself, nah, this ain't going to be too safe or whatever if I get in the car with this person. Gal talk about, I don't judge people and that. All right, then, well, next time it's late night. Come on, if you're a nice girl, you must have had a guy that offered to drop you home. Why did you not take the lift? Because you judged him and you thought, to be fair, this guy could pose a threat to me. Everyone is judgmental, blood. Talking about giving people lifts. One time I was driving down the road and one African guy he just put his hand up in the air. Just a normal residential road, this up in Northampton. One African guy put his hand up in the air. Like, tried to kind of like flag me down or something, innit? So I don't know why, I just pulled over, innit? Wind down the window. Can't afford to wind down the window now because this car is so mashed up and if I wind down the window, I might not be able to get it back up properly, innit? But anyway, I wind down the window on the left-hand side, the passenger side. I'm like, what's up, what's up? And the man's like, can I get a lift to the Northampton train station? And I looked at him and I paused for a split second. I said, do you know what? Jump in, innit? I let a stranger in my car. I've done it before as well. I'll tell you another story in a sec. I let the guy jump in my car. The only threat here is me, blood. Trust me, fam. It's all right. Yeah? Trust me. I don't need to worry about letting anyone in my car, fam. And next time, I was in Edmonton, driving back from, let's say, like Upper Edmonton to Edmonton Green, yeah? And there was one black brother just running in the road. The guy's just running in the road. I'm like, what the fuck's he doing? He's just running in the road. He's on the same side as me and he's running in the road. So I'm approaching him from behind, innit? No homo. Like, running in the road, fam. So anyway, I've swerved because he's in the middle of the lane, yeah? I've swerved over and I'm like, yo, what you doing? He's, I left my phone or whatever on the bus and there's a bus ahead. So my man's jumped off the bus like a 149, yeah? Jumped off the bus and realized, shit, I left my things in it. So my man's running and that, innit? I was like, blood, jumping in it. Boom. He got in the car. Just get me on the other side of the road and that. And then I must have pulled in front of the bus when it was just about to pull away after leaving the bus stop and that, and blocked him in, and I made my man jump on the bus. Hopefully he got his ting back in it. He caught the bus, but you know, get me, this is town, innit? This is the ends, innit? People see a phone and put that phone in their ass crack pocket, innit? So yeah, that situation again, innit? I'm not the one that's gonna be under threat, so you get me, innit? You can jump in my car if you want, innit? Yeah, if there's gonna be trouble with that one, I'm coming out on top car. I am me, innit? But yeah, everyone is judgmental, blood. Anyone that thinks they're not a judgmental person, you're lying, fam. And you know what it is, yeah? You see, when you hold yourself to a high accountability and you hold when you hold yourself to a high accountability and that, you naturally approach the world thinking that, you know what? The reason why people are successful is because of their good decisions. And the reason why people are unsuccessful is because they're bad decisions. Many bad decisions after bad decisions and that. So naturally, me personally, I'm a judgmental person. Do you know why? Because I hold myself accountable. I know if I'm doing well in my life, it's because I made good decisions. And if I'm not doing well and I'm failing myself in life, it's because I made bad decisions. And when you approach life like that and you hold yourself to a high level of accountability, you think to yourself, do you know what? Everyone else needs to take accountability for their situation and that. This is why I'm a black man that is thriving, because I don't see myself as a black man and think, you know what? Yeah, it's the white man's fault. It's Enfield Council's fault. It's the government's fault. I don't blame nobody, blood. I'm from a disadvantaged background. I could blame my mum. Oh, my mum didn't do this. It's down to me to fix my life. It's down to me to make something of myself, blood. And that's how I believe everyone else should hold themselves. Everyone should hold themselves accountable, blood. So naturally, when you're a man who holds himself accountable, you naturally think to yourself, you know what? Everyone else in the world needs to be held accountable. The only people a man feel any sort of sympathy for is, and I was outside the chicken and chip shop today, and I saw this guy in Wood Green, and he went into the shop, and I don't know if he bought food or someone bought him food, but he looked like he was a homeless man or whatever, innit? The only people that I feel sympathy for is not homeless people. No, I don't feel no sympathy for no rascal like homeless man, innit, yeah? But it's people that have mental illnesses and that. Blood, at the end of the day, and you've heard me say this many times in my video, if you have a healthy brain and healthy body, you don't need to be Einstein, and you don't need to be be able to run a mile in 1 minute or whatever. If you've got a healthy brain and a healthy body, there's no excuse for failure. But blood, if your brain is fucked, if signals don't communicate, and you understand what I'm trying to say, your brain is rotten, blood, what the fuck can you do, fam? But it's none of you lot watching this right now. When your head is so fucked, you won't even have the patience, the fucking attention span to get to what, the 9 minute and 30 second mark. So it's none of you lot watching this. Yeah, don't think for 1 minute there's something wrong with you, fam. There's nothing wrong with you, blood. There's nothing wrong with you to that degree, blood. It's just an excuse. It's just an excuse. The only people that man have a little bit of sympathy for and like, well, this is the reason why they're a failure, not making nothing of themselves, is because there's something wrong with them. They got a mental illness. If you hear voices in your head that's telling you to kill people or whatever, innit? Yeah, blood, your mind is fucked, blood. If your mind is fucked, listen, at the end of the day, we only have ourselves in that. So if we are our own worst enemy, like if there's a war going on in your own mind and you get me, the negative is winning and that, blood, what chance do you have? But like I said, that's none of you lot watching this video right now. So don't ever dare think that you got some sort of mental illness. Man that got mental illness don't even watch man like me on YouTube. Yeah? But anyway, when you become a good judge of character and you're able to judge people, it's almost like you become psychic. I'll give you a perfect example. And this is why I decided to make this video today, because of something that happened yesterday. I was working in Northampton. Right now, obviously, I'm in Edmonton, innit? I was working in Northampton and I left the tenant's house to go to my car to get like a smoke alarm or something. So boom, the tenant's flat is over there. My car's way up there, innit? Because there was no free parking, but I got a key fob so I can park in private car parks that got barriers and that. So boom. So a man's parked way over there, the flat's over there, innit? So I left the tenant's house walking towards my car and the road bends around. So I'm walking and I look to my right and about 100 meters away, there were some crackhead looking people, a man and a woman. I just noticed them, I just saw them. I was judgmental, everyone. Oh, judgmental. I saw some crackhead looking people. And anyway, carrying on walking and then there was this guy riding towards me on a motorbike. Not a proper motorbike, not like mine, just, you know them shitty little courier pizza man bikes, innit? This guy's coming towards me on a motorbike. Like a CBR 125 or some nonsense like that. He's coming towards me and the guy has a helmet on. He's wearing a helmet and I just looked at his face, I looked at his eyes and I said, crackhead. And I said to myself, that guy is going to go and stop and talk to these people. So anyway, these times when I made that judgment, oh, I'm judgmental on that. When I made that judgment, I could not see these crackheads, yeah? I've gone to my car. A couple of minutes later, 5 minutes later, I'm walking back. I turned to my left and I saw the motorbike guy. He was talking to these fucking crackheads. Blood, when you're a judgmental person, when you're able to read people, it's almost like you're psychic, blood. Now, obviously, in that situation, it didn't serve me no purpose or nothing like that. But it's just good to be able to put two and two together. Me and my girl was playing a little game with each other. You know that website I've told you a lot about? It's called, well, I made a video about it, but there's a website called the Black Calendar. And basically, anyone that murders anyone in the UK, it gives details about the crime. It gives when they was convicted and how long they've got left. So 7 years, 4 months and 3 days. Literally, it's a literal countdown. If I go back there in 2 days time, it will say 7 years, 4 months and 1 day. Yeah. And me and my girl was playing a game and we're looking at the people. And this is why it's so good to be judgmental and that, because you just view the world differently and that. We're playing a game and we're looking at all these different people. So on this website, the Black Calendar, there's just people's pictures and their name. Yeah, John Smith. Yeah, or Kerry Levy, whatever, innit? Yeah, you got people's pictures and that. You do not know what crime they've committed until you click on it. But just looking at someone, you could tell what sort of crime they've committed and that. When we see women and that, me and my girl we came to the conclusion, when we see women on this website, most of them is probably either dangerous driving, or they was probably with a bunch of guys when someone got killed, or they have killed a child and that. And even some of the guys, like some of like little weird looking spotty faced teenagers and that, the ones that are in jail, like obviously everyone's in jail, and it's the ones that we saw their mugshot and that, me and my girl will say to each other, he probably killed some little child. We'll click the thing, lo and behold, that guy killed his child. When we see an Indian man, yeah, like, yeah, Mr. Singh, said to my girl, I guarantee you, he killed his wife. Click on the fucking profile, Mr. Singh has killed Chowdhury Kaur or whatever. When you're a judgmental person, it's almost as if you can't become fucking psychic, blood. People, we need to start being more judgmental on that, blood. It'll cut out a lot of foolishness, blood. You start to view the, yeah. As a policeman, you need to be judgmental. That's why police don't stop the wrong people, yeah. A lot of the time, anyway. Yeah, obviously, certain time they do stop the wrong people, or they stop people that ain't got nothing on them. But that's that day. You understand what I'm trying to say? They know who they're targeting, and obviously some people can slip through the crackhead. You get me? They know how to hack the algorithm and that. But for the most part, the police know exactly what they're doing. Yeah, they might stop a bunch of black youths and that, and they might not find them. But that don't mean that there ain't no shanks parked off in the bush. That don't mean that they didn't just slip their weed, yeah, underneath that car quickly before the Jakes pulled up and that. The police know exactly what they're fucking doing, blood. The other day, I'm riding my bike towards Tottenham, yeah, and I must have pulled up, I must have seen one black youth in a car with one white woman. Yeah, so the black youth's the passenger, the white woman's the driver, innit? Boom, I pulled up at my barber's shop near Barclays in Tottenham High Road, and they must have pulled up behind me or whatever. But I've gone in the shop, come out, and I'm just standing there. And they're sitting in the car. They're not doing nothing in that. And I looked at the black youth and I looked at the white woman and I said, right, that youth there is a trapper and that white woman is his driver. But they're trying to fool the algorithm. Yeah, they're trying to make it look like they're not up to no good. Fam, I'm not a fucking idiot, blood. I know exactly what they're doing, blood. Maybe even the policeman don't know. Trust me, I know, fam. Been there, fam. Trust me. I know. There's certain youths, if you ever see like a white chick driving around a black youth on ends and I just know. Just know, fam. You get me? He's the trapper, blood. Not all the time, but sometimes. So, in this world, man, you got to be a judgmental person. If you're going to hold yourself to a high level of accountability and that, naturally, you're going to become a judgmental person. Because you're going to think to yourself, why is it that I have to bust my ass to become and reach certain levels and that, and everyone else can just coast along through life and just pretend and make excuses that, oh, you know, well, things happen to me and it's because I'm a black man. Blood. I don't think like that, blood. Everyone who is in a bad position, it is your fault. Like I've said many times in my videos, if I was to review your timeline, I will pinpoint that pivotal moment where you fucked up, blood. You was born, you went to school, you went to college, you dropped out of college, bam! That's where you fucked up, my brother. From there on, it's a downward spiral, blood. Life can be an upward spiral or downward spiral, or you can just be stagnant. But really and truly, you're not stagnant because who is it? Man like Myron from the Fresh and Fit podcast. I'm not saying he created this term but I heard it from him. He said, there's no such thing as remaining stagnant because time is always moving forward. So naturally, you are regressing by default. That's the realest truth. That is the realest truth, blood. But in this world, man, you got to be judgmental on that. Yeah? If you don't believe me, if you don't believe that you're judgmental on that, well then why don't you trust, if you're a chick watching this as well especially, why don't you trust that guy that wants to take you home on a late night out whilst you're drunk and that? You're using your judgment, you're being judgmental, you're judging all men and you're thinking that, yeah, all men are potential predators and that. At night time, that's cool. I'd want my little daughter, if I had a daughter, I want her to think, yeah, don't trust no man. Yeah. Because why the fuck would a man wanna drop a random woman home in the first place? Like, come on, man. Like to say if that girl was fucking 400 pounds, she fucking smelt a BO, had armpit hair and a mole with trees growing out of her face, like to say he would want to drop her home. He wants to drop her home. You get me? I'm not even saying that man's trying to violate, but a man's trying to, you get me? He's got things on his mind and that. Fuck that, blood. Anyway, I'm out, man, because I'm burning up in this rascal car, innit? Anyway, man, that's it for today, man. Stay wise. Done now.